They basically started turning screws on my car, and they hopped it up like scared me to death, because all of a sudden I think at that manufacturer's meet, we ended up in the final. We were the third fastest car there. Barry Setzer was there, and I don't remember who he ran in the final, but we were the third fastest car, and had one of those guys not started or pitched a rod on the burnout or something like that, we were the alternate to be in. So basically, Whipple and McCullough fired my car, I was in it, and we had all three cars running on the starting line at one time, because we wanted to be ready if something happened to one of the other two cars. We wanted to be in that program. Well, as it worked out, they both did their burnouts, backed up, staged the car, and made the pass, and we just shut my car off. But that pretty well launched my career. And all of a sudden I knew the combination, because they had set my car up, and Whipple and McCullough had. So all of a sudden we were kind of the terror of the Northwest there for a while. I started getting national notoriety about then. I met Don Prudhomme, Ed the Ace McCullough, and I were still good friends because of the past when Coletti sponsored them, and Art Whipple, just Jungle Jim Lieberman. They made a movie called American Nitro that we were in.
Well, I think it's one of the largest spectator sports in the world right now, and I think it's getting bigger. The only thing that we're fighting right now is the noise end of it.
We started out in the California area in the winter, and then as the weather warmed up, we would come up to Portland, Oregon and race. We'd go up to Seattle, Washington and race. We would go up to Mission, Canada, Spokane, and then as the weather warmed up here, we would head back east, because the racing kind of died off here in the summertime a little bit. So we would hit the first few races here, and then we'd head out to the Midwest, the East Coast, Chicago, Gary, Bowling Green, Kentucky, and through there, and we could race 5 nights a week back there, 6 nights a week sometimes, so our cash flow was a lot better. And as a driver, it helped me a lot, because I was driving the car every day of the week instead. The car flew through the air for probably 200 or 300 feet. Once it got upside down, it basically became an airplane. So here I am flying through the air with the greatest of ease, and knowing I'm going to come down pretty quick. Larry Fitzter, a photographer out of Canada, got a picture of the car completely inverted in the air. It had not touched the ground yet. But what a neat deal, because the crowd went nuts. There's a picture that came out, and it said something to the effect of, if you didn't know it was 2008, you would swear it was 1972 again, because I raced that same Bubble Up car at Boise in 1972 in the inaugural Nightfire 500 that we won with Gordy Bonin driving. Now we have the Pizza Haven car running the Bubble Up car again in 2008. So it's made a big swing. Everything getting in the car, once I got in the car, I felt pretty comfortable. Once they started the engine, it was kind of like I'd never left. It was really strange to me. They started the engine, I knew what to expect. They set the body down on top of me, locked the body down. I felt really comfortable in the car. It was like it was just yesterday I drove it the last time. I had to kind of talk my way through this, okay, because I'd never driven the car. I had to turn the computer on. My old car didn't have a computer. I had to work the fuel shut-offs for the 2-stage fuel system. I pre-staged the car. I high-sided the pump. I let my foot off the clutch. I pulled in and staged the car. The light turned green. I hit the throttle, and I've never been slammed back in a seat so hard in my life. It was just like somebody ran into the back of the car with a truck. It jammed me in the seat so hard, and I went, yeah, this is neat. This is what it's all about.